Okay, counting this one, I think I just have 2 videos to go, and then you'll have everything you should know about the final. How exciting! So, we did this a long time ago, ands and ors and absolute values. So, or has 3 things that can happen. Remember, there's 2 dots away, or opposite direction everything, or same direction the longer one. So 2 dots away, opposite directions overlapping everything, and then the same direction, it's the longer one. So here, same direction, so it's the longer one. So 6 open dot because there's no equals, and this way, the longer one. Because anything bigger than 6 has to, anything bigger than 10 is automatically bigger than 6. I was saying that wrong, now I got it right. Here, opposite direction, no overlappage, so you have 6 going this way, 10 going this way. And this one, you have 6 going this way, but you have 10 going this way, so it's all reals. So here I have 2 problems. See if you can do them and then turn me back on. So here I'm going to add 1, then divide by 2. Here I'm going to take the opposite of both sides, but if you remember, whenever you multiply or divide by negative, you have to switch the inequality. So you have all the numbers less than -4, or the numbers bigger than or equal to 6. This one, subtract 2x, add 2, divide by 2. Here, distribute a half. I'm going to subtract x and add 3. So you have the numbers less than 3, or greater than 4. Whoa! Now, next group, and. And has to be true for every condition. So it's where the shading overlaps. So if you have the same direction, it's the shorter one. If you have opposite direction, it's where it overlaps in the middle. Or if you have this, it's no reals. So this one, this would be everything between 6 and 10. Doop, doop. This one, same direction, so it's the shorter one, because it has to be true for both. And this one would be a blank number line, no reals, because there's nothing in common with both inequalities. So you have shading here, nothing in common with both, so it'd be a blank number line, no reals. And is the only one that can be written combined this way, so you would add 6 to all 3 terms. So it's 26 is less or equal to 2x, which is less or equal to 46. Divide by 2. So it's everything between 13 and 23. So this one, multiply by 2. Divide by -1, but whenever you divide by negative, you switch the inequalities. So it'd be everything between 8 and 20. Yay! Now, we did this, I think, back in September, so it's been a while. Hopefully it's correct, clicking in your brain. Now, absolute value. Remember, there's 2 parts. First, you can just get rid of the absolute value. Then you take the opposite of the inside. Now I'm going to skip a step and do the opposite. as I write it. Now, if it's greater than, it's an OR. Now I solve it just like I did above. I'm going to add 4, divide by 2. Here I'm going to subtract 4, divide by -2, switch the inequality. So we get this, -3, 7, yay! So remember, absolute value with an inequality, there's always 2 parts. Most people forget that. There's always 2 parts. So here, write it without the absolute value, and then take the opposite of the inside. Now notice I'm not taking the opposite of both sides, just the insides of the absolute value. Now, this is less than, so it'd be and. So add 1, multiply by 2. Here, subtract 1, multiply by -2. You switch the inequality whenever you multiply by negative. So it's everything between -4 and 8, including -4 and 8. Last one, 4 minus x is greater than 6. It's greater than, so it's or the opposite of the inside. So I'm going to subtract 4, divide by -1. Here I'm going to add 4. So it's less than -2 or bigger than 10. Hey, I hope this is familiar for you. Have a good day.